All right. Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. A little technical difficulty. Just getting our live stream set up over here. I've got to go live on TikTok over here separately. Get this out of the way. We've got our lights set up today, so hopefully you all can see me a little bit better. We just got back from One Bite Festival. I'm a little tired, but super excited, super glowing from this experience. I mean, it was incredible. And now we're going live on Instagram. Perfect. All right. I think we've got all of our streams going now. Let's see. Three, two, one. Welcome everybody to our Saturday Go Live from 11 to 12 every Saturday here, Eastern Standard Time in Baltimore City, coming to you from my tiny but now super famous pizza shop in Baltimore City. We always do a Go Live here. So very excited. Just got back from One Bite Pizza Festival. I'm going to talk to you about this a little bit while I'm making some dough balls. So give me 1 second to just go get the dough. And let me make sure my camera's set up the right way here so you can see our counter. How are we looking behind us? There we go. That's so right. Right about there. Looks right. And let me just set up my phone the right way here too. Let's see if we stand over here. We stand right here. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see the dough? I feel like that looks pretty good. This needs to be angled just a little bit more this way. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to Tiny Brick Ovens. Go live once every Saturday, 11 to noon, just before we open the shop here in Baltimore. We try to bring to you some of the greatest pizza content, either making pizza or preferably making pizza, or we can talk about some of the different techniques. We're always trying to explore some topic for you, but this last weekend, I just got back from the One Bite Festival. I got a few extra hats to give away. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Stay tuned for more details on how you can win one of these hats. And I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about the One Bite Festival. It was the most incredible pizza experience of my life. Let me see if that camera angle is right. That looks right. That looks really good. Okay. All right. One of the most incredible pizza experiences of my life. We got to cook pizza next to so many very famous pizza makers. Give me 1 second. Jocelyn, necesita de masa, por favor. Bring the... Yes, please. All right. Let me wash my hands. Let me clean this countertop. We're going to be making some dough balls while I just talk to you about the One Bite Fest. I guess you all might have seen already. I got my One Bite score tattooed on my arm. Pizza is so much a part of my soul. Andrew, I see you with much love, brother, from Philly. We appreciate you. Pizza is such a large part of my soul that I had to get my One Bite tattoo. I had to get my One Bite score tattooed on my arm. I mean, this moment really changed my life. Pizza has been such a big part of my life for the last 14 years, 15 years. Every day I just think about how to make my pizza better. And when Dave Portnoy walked in and just gave us this score, It's not the best score. I know we could have done better. I mean, he was 20 minutes late picking up his pizza, but honestly, 7.9 is a very good score on his rating scale. And to me, this tattoo symbolizes more than just a score. It really symbolizes kind of the love and support and community and the difference that pizza has really made in my life. So I've got to thank Grady Spades for turning this idea into reality. An excellent tattoo artist here in Baltimore, and just really changed my life. So, anyways, just back from the One Bite Festival, I've got to make a little bit of dough. I've got to make a little bit of dough for today. I was so tired last night. I just didn't have time to make dough last night. We've got a kind of a quick dough that'll be ready for later today. And I'm going to turn into some dough balls right now. So let me just wash my hands real quick. I can't say enough good things about the One Bite Festival. I mean, it was a massive, historical feat for my pizzeria, for me and my friends, for my workers, for everybody. We all went up there. We made 420 dough balls in one day. We had never made that much dough before. We had never made 420 dough balls in one day ever before. So that took up a large part of our Friday. I had to use ChatGPT to scale our recipe. Like, we have a 20-quart mixer here at the shop, and I had only a 60-quart mixer to use up at the One Bite Festival. So I literally just said, I put my recipe into ChatGPT. I just said, hey, can you scale this? It let me know. I first thought, hey, we'd use a whole 50-pound bag of flour, scale it that way. But it turned out the 60-quart mixer wouldn't be able to handle that much weight at a time. So instead, and it really makes sense now, we just used 3 times our normal recipe. So we make our recipe in a 20-quart mixer. A 60-quart mixer is obviously 3 times the capacity. So it just gave us the scaling for 3 times the recipe. And it did a lot of things automatically for us. It told us, the amount of olive oil, and we use a certain amount of tablespoons for this recipe. Then it told us it was 1 1/8 cup for that recipe, and all these things. It was incredible how useful, intuitive, and automatic the calculations were of ChatGPT. So super pleased with that. Super pleased with my team who really came through and worked long, tireless hours. I've got to give a shout out to Jordan, to Rocky, to Tommy and his whole family, and Robert, who was actually my nursing manager at my surgery center before. He came out. Jocelyn, my coworker, who came up, and then Brenda, a close family friend, the Italian side of my family, I like to say. She came out. It was really. Oh, and I couldn't forget Kian from Canada. He actually came down a week before, and we had all sorts of adventures before. But just like a champ, man. All these people were just working so hard to make the One Bite Pizza Festival dream a reality. We got to go out to a lovely dinner Friday night. Just barely made it Friday night. Got there just before closing. Chef Guy Vagnan has an amazing restaurant, Reverie, in New York. The food was unbelievable. Really just the treat that we needed after, essentially it had already been basically 2 days of massively packing, getting into New York really late, only getting a few hours of sleep, working all day in the really hot dough tent. It was an odyssey. It was a pizza odyssey. And I just can't say enough good things about it. So while I'm talking though, I do want to get some work done here. I'm gonna make these dough balls. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below. Please like and share. Those things really do help the algorithm and help us persist. And if you're as passionate about pizza as I am, I mean, a veteran who got his one bite score tattooed to his arm. If you're as passionate as I am about pizza and you want the best outdoor pizza oven, please go to get.tinybrickovens.com. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you. I love this country. That's why I joined. My dad was a lifelong, military guy. I wanted to get back to this country, and being able to serve the country really was a great honor and a privilege. And I do. I know this country is not perfect, but I do love it so much, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity, for being here, and for the freedoms that this country provides us. So, without further ado, let me just show you how we make these dough balls. We're first going to start with a little bit of flour on the counter, and we're going to take a scale. Normally, I keep my scales right here. Oh, here we go. And then I'm going to put a little flour on the counter. We're going to get this dough ball out of here. For my bench flour for stretching, for my bench flour just for making dough balls, I use all-purpose flour. And I don't think it makes any difference. In fact, I'm positive it doesn't make any difference. And then for stretching, I do use semolina. I've also used all-purpose flour before, and it does make a difference. Like the quality of the pizza is definitely different if you have semolina versus if you use regular flour. I like the semolina better. They can both make really good pizzas. I don't want anyone to think you have to have semolina. You can use all-purpose flour just for your stretching. It could be totally fine. It's just a little bit harder when you're really experienced with making pizza and you go fast enough. Like you have to stretch the dough, get it on your peel, sauce and top into the oven as quickly as you can. When you get good at that, flour and semolina could be almost the same. But for people who are not as experienced, I feel like semolina is easier. And even if you're experienced enough to use either one with good results, the semolina does create a little crisp and a crunch on the crust that you don't get with bench flour. So, all right. Let's see. We're just going to turn this over. Beautiful. And then what I do is I take just a handful of dough and I use that to kind of clean out any residue. So we try not to waste any residue that might have been left in the bowl. Just like that. And I know I've got about 17 good dough balls here. So I'm just going to kind of ball this up like this. Oh, I can't see over here. Let's see. There we go. So we're just going to ball this up over here like this. until we have kind of a uniform dough ball. And then we take our dough knife and we cut it into fourths. So just one cut down the middle, and then one cut down the middle of both of those dough balls that you created. And now we should have about equal fourths. So 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. And then each of these gets cut into pieces of 5. So we're making 20 pieces. We know that we need 17 pieces. But if you make 20 equal pieces, they're going to be very close to the 400 grams that we want. You'll just have to add a little bit more. And you cannibalize, like you take 3 dough balls, you just cannibalize those to make the other 400 gram dough balls, essentially. They make 17 400 gram dough balls. So this is nothing you're going to have to worry about at home. I teach the recipe I teach you. If you go to mypizzaschool.com, you can just sign up right there. You can make 4 dough balls very easily. And that way you're just going to cut it into fourths, right? So this is what we have to do because we have a 20-quart mixer. We're making like big batches of dough at a time. At home, I really recommend you just make 4 dough balls at a time. You can make as many batches of 4 as you want using a bread maker or a KitchenAid or even a food processor. The food processor doesn't work if you're using whole wheat flour. We learned that from another Go line. Or learn that from another video making session. But the bread maker and the KitchenAid mixer both work fine for whole wheat or a high gluten flour. And I think the bread maker is probably the easiest way to do it. So, but all right. So here we go. We're just going to cut this into fifths like this. And you can see I make one a little bit smaller than the rest. So hopefully these are close to 400. And this is our cannibalistic dough ball. And man, there's so many great memories from One Bite Pizza Fest. I got to thank Dave Portnoy in person. He was so nice to us. I mean, he talked to my friend from Canada. My friend from Canada got to feed him a pizza. That was incredible. A pizza right out of a tiny brick oven. He said it was very good. And man, it was just immense. We were cooking pizza next to like all the most famous pizza makers from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. What a blast. What a complete and total blast. Medium Rare, the people that produced the show were amazing. Like they had everything figured out, incredible. All right, I'm going to turn my scale on. I'm going to put a little bit of flour. Make sure it reads 0. And then we're going to start weighing out 400 gram dough balls. So we've got 350 right there. We're going to add just a few more chunks until it weighs between 400 and 410 grams. So that's 402, done. Was anybody on the live stream at the One Bite Pizza Festival? If you were, please comment down below. We would love to hear from you. All right, 401 done. Making 420 dough balls was just a little bit of it was like it was just a little bit of it's an extension of what we're doing here essentially. we just made 51 dough balls at a time, and we did that 8 times in a row, like eight and a half times in a row. So incredible, incredible experience. Jocelyn was there. She was working very hard. Kian was there. He was working very hard. Tommy, Julia, Joey, Gracie, and Timmy. Jordan, Rocky, Robert, Brenda, all came out to support the Tiny Brick Oven family effort. It was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. We have a dough baller over here, but um, it's hard to show you what we're doing with dough ballers, so we're just going to do it by hand for this batch. And all we do is we take one of these dough balls and then we just fold it underneath a bunch of times. And your hands really get used to doing this. Uh, we get so used to doing this until you have a nice ball like this. You can see it's smooth on top. That's your skin. You got your kind of rougher bottom. And basically we just do that for every dough ball that we make. And then I like to give it a little push on the counter. And we want to see it sort of spring back. That means our gluten has been developed well enough. And we'll do that for every dough ball that we make. Every 400-gram dough ball essentially gets balled just like that, put into a dough box. We do 6 per box. Or sorry, we like to use the metal containers now. Those are way easier. We had to put them in boxes at the One Bite Festival because we didn't have enough room for all the little metal containers. Maybe I'll get a pizza bus or a pizza truck before next year's One Bite Festival if we get invited back. We would love to be invited back. It was an incredible experience. The most fun I've ever had at a pizza experience in my entire life. We got to try some iconic pizzas up there. Really, and got to serve our pizza to like thousands of guests. It was amazing. Amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. The way it came together was just incredible. And it's really something I hope that we can do every year from now on because unbelievable. And Dave had said this before. He said that he wasn't even planning on coming to our pizzeria, but they just decided to hit it at the last minute on the way out of town. I mean, what an amazing, what an amazing feat of luck and a coincidence and or divine providence. I mean, you can say it so many ways, but our life would be totally different if he had not come to our pizzeria. We wouldn't be here right now doing this live if it weren't for Dave Portnoy's visit. So, and of course for you all who came out and showed all sorts of love and support. It's hard to pick one highlight from the festival. We did get this set up, but clearly showing Dave my tattoo was pretty magical. And being able to thank him in person was pretty magical. but also just seeing my team perform under pressure. Like to have, just this be like, look, you've got to make more pizzas than ever before. You've got to serve more customers than ever before. You've got to be ready for like rushes that are bigger than ever before. And to be able to guide my team through that was just incredible. Really a great honor and a privilege. I realized at that moment I had some of the greatest people on earth working next to me, working under me, working around me. And just so grateful. Yeah, just amazing. Someone's blowing my phone up over here, but we don't. James, you're gonna have to wait. We don't open until noon. We got another 30 minutes. Yes, that's right. So I'm hopeful after this class we'll be able to make some pizzas. I did make some dough. I did make some dough last night, so we could cook it today. And this dough won't be ready for another couple of hours at least. I want to give a big shout out to Uncle Jerry's deep dish pizza in Chicago. If you're in Chicago, this pizza really deserves a try. Like you really should give them a shout out, a shot. Like I am not a fan of deep dish at all. But we were right next to them at the festival, and I got to try their pizza, and it was seriously delicious. Like there's a reason why they were invited to the One Bite Festival, where Dave really only likes thin crust New York style because their deep dish is truly exceptional. If you're in Illinois, if you're in Chicago area, just Google search for Uncle Jerry's Pizza, and I think you'll absolutely be blown away. Their energy was amazing. Their pizza was amazing. Super incredible, delicious, deep dish pizza. I didn't even think deep dish could be done at a festival like that. The way their process and like the way they did it, and their team, like the way they pulled it off, it was miraculous. I mean, truly amazing. We were there trying to create our own miracles for Tiny Brick Oven, and they were right next to us, reflecting that same energy, creating magic for Uncle Jerry's as well. Like, just incredible. Hey, sorry, my friend, we don't open until 11 or till noon. I'm sorry, we don't open until noon. Jocelyn, the door. Lock the door. Lock the door. Come on. Sorry. Sorry, we forgot to lock the door. We've got people coming in already. Sorry about that. I do want to say this. Never use Agoda for booking your room. We closed the shop here at 9 o'clock. We probably didn't get on the road until about 11. We had made a reservation for 6 rooms in Queens through Agoda for Thursday and Friday night. Agoda said that I didn't have to pay until I got to the hotel. But what the hotel did is they started booking our rooms out because we reserved like a month in advance. We got it for like $120 a night, about half price. And then as it got closer to the reservation, I think the hotel realized like, hey, we're getting a rush from all these festival goers. Let's raise the prices. They were charging $240 a night, and they start renting our rooms out. And then what they do is they start reporting to Agoda. This is This is the Bronx Royal Hotel. Never stay there and never use Agoda. Both of those places should be completely off your list. I would never recommend them. They really screwed us over, and they just suck so bad. So the Royal Bronx Hotel basically says like, hey, we tried charging this guy's credit card, and it's not going through. We need to cancel the reservation. I have to quote unquote update my card details within 2 hours, or else they're going to cancel my reservation. They just did this over and over. They did it once the day before. I verified. I thought we were done. They did it again the next day. I verified. I thought we were done. But what they did is they waited until I was driving up. Driving from Baltimore to New York, halfway through the drive, they basically just say like, hey, your reservation's been canceled since you didn't update your card details. Luckily, my team was up there and discovered this before. We were able to find another hotel, but at double the price. Not too far away, that had everything that we needed. But, we had to manage that whole thing while I'm trying to drive from Baltimore to New York. So definitely do not recommend. 100% stay away. I talked to the festival organizers, and they said that they had one of their trips also canceled through Agoda. So it seems like this is just their MO. I will never use them again. I will always denounce them. I will turn every business away from them. We called their customer service. We gave them plenty of opportunity to find us another room, and they wouldn't even do that. So 100% the worst service I've ever received. Less than 1 star, -5 stars. But in true Tiny Brick Oven spirit, we found another room. We walk in there like 1 a.m. They probably felt sorry for us. They have free breakfast the next day. We get about 4 hours of sleep the first night. And then we're on to the festival grounds to get set up, to make dough, to figure out where we belong. It was the experience of a lifetime, 100%. I was cooking pizza next to Lucali, DeFara, Pepe's, Sally's, Siri's from New York. These guys are pizza geniuses. Their crust is amazing. So many amazing pizza stories from this weekend. I can't even recount them all. I'm losing my voice trying to talk about it. So, all right, we are done. We are done with our dough making for right now. This will give us enough dough to make it through the lunch rush. Well, really, to be able to start our dinner rush is the main thing. This dough will be ready by dinner time. So this gives us enough dough to be able to do that. And then between lunch and dinner, we'll make some more dough that'll last us for tonight and for tomorrow. All right. Does anyone have any questions? Can you tell me where you're coming from? Comment below, where you're tuning in from. We're always excited to know there's people from all over the world that have joined and to follow us. We've got Jake, Jackson, Christian, happy to be home. We've got Pennsylvania here. We've got Drama Johnny. We've got Texas here. Jackson, Jack, Virginia. Love following your story and success. Go you. Thank you. All right. Now we've got Christian, number 3 gifter. All busy. Bill says he'll visit us the next time he comes to Baltimore. We would love that. Please come visit us in Baltimore. We're going to be here as long as we can, for sure. Although we're still not getting our liquor license. We're going to do some follow-ups on that. Our politicians aren't helping us the way they should, and it's just a damn shame. All right. All right, all right. These dough balls are done. Let's make some pizza together. What do you all say? So let me get some dough. We're gonna make some pizzas. When we're done making these dough balls, we have these metal containers. We already put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in them. And then I take the top of the dough ball, I put it down like this, and we just spread the oil through the whole container and on the top of the dough ball. And then we flip it over, and then we do the same thing on the bottom. And then I just push it down a little bit. And that way we've oiled our dough ball, we've oiled our container, and then essentially these get put next to our ice machine to proof. A little bit of warmth from the ice machine helps them proof up a little bit faster. So that's how we do. That's how this is our flow for making a bunch of dough balls. The only other difference is when we have like a lot of dough balls. When we're here in the shop, we have a dough ball maker. So you take these, you drop them down the chute of the dough ball maker, and it will ball your dough for you. And ironically, we couldn't fit this in the car, and I didn't have enough space for people and for equipment and for everything else going up to New York. So we didn't take the dough ball maker with us. We had hoped to, but we didn't. And we ended up making 420 dough balls by hand, the most we've ever done. I had Kian. Oh, Megan. I forgot to give a shout out to Megan. Megan is actually our videographer, but a lot more than that. She's really a member of our family now. She like helped us by getting materials, like getting container. I mean, figuring stuff out on her phone. I mean, she is like 100% an essential member of our team now. And I think you're going to see on Monday, we're actually going to be feeding the homeless on Monday here in Baltimore. We have a little bit of cheese left over from the One Bite Festival. I don't want it to go to waste. We've got to use our pizza powers for good and spread kindness. So thank you. I appreciate you. So we're going to be driving around Baltimore making fresh pizzas for anybody who's hungry and in need. But here's what our dough balls look like. You can see they're nicely oiled. The container is nicely oiled. These get stacked on top of each other, and then they proof just like that. So let's make some pizza together. It's 11:41. I'm hoping I can make just a couple pizzas with you real quick. I'm gonna step away for 1 minute just to get some dough, and I'll be right back. All right. We made these last night. Agua, por favor. We made these last night using my bread maker method. We take our salt, yeast, and sugar, we mix it with water, 500 grams of flour, put it all together in the bread maker. The bread maker takes about 17 minutes to mix all that stuff up and make a perfect dough ball because it's a very low power motor, but you just hit start and hit a timer for 17 minutes and then you walk away and that's it. So even here, my very busy workflow in the restaurant, at the end of the night, we're cleaning, we're putting stuff away, we're trying to get stuff ready for the next day. It's a massive time saver to be able to just say like, hey, this thing's going to make 4 dough balls for me. It's really the way I recommend you all do it at home too. Like make this Wednesday night, make 2 or 3 pizzas on a Friday night, use whatever you have left over for Saturday. If you're going to have a big gathering of people, you want to make a bunch of pizzas, you can make 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, as many as you want. But just start with 4. Just start with 4. Very easy 4 dough ball method. So we did that last night. Here's what our dough balls look like today after they proofed all night. I did fall asleep before I got to put these in the walk-in. So you can see they look a little overproofed. But if we're gentle with them, if we're careful with them, we can still turn them into pizzas, not a problem. What I would recommend is, you make the dough, let it proof a little bit at room temperature, put it in the fridge, or you can put it in the fridge and then just let it proof a little bit at room temperature the next day. There's a couple of ways to do it. But agua, por favor. For me, for drinking. It's the sequel. Yeah, sorry, I need a cup of water. My Jocelyn's getting me a cup of water. My throat's getting very dry. Yes, please. Yes, please. She just have to sneak by the camera there a little bit. So, all right. We'll get our dough out of here. Let me just adjust my camera over here a little bit. We'll get our dough out of here with a little bit of flour. And then I just carefully use, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so much better. All right. I carefully use the dough scraper to gently separate the dough balls. And then we go underneath just like this. And now we'll be able to stretch this out. I'm going to try one with bench flour. We'll try one with semolina. We'll see what the difference is. What do you say? Jocelyn, I need sauce and cheese, please. All right. Just starting with the flats on my fingers, going in a circular motion, just pushing straight down, not pushing out yet. We're adding enough flour so that it doesn't stick to our fingers. Sauce and cheese, please. Just like that. And of course, it's fun to throw the dough, but the dough is a little bit weakened from being overproofed, like from proofing at room temperature for so long. So it's going to be a little bit easier to just leave it on the counter. Less likely to get holes this way, and more likely to make an even crust. We'll take our perforated peel. We use a crushed tomato sauce here. It is a mixture of California and Jersey fresh tomatoes. You can see it's a very thick sauce. A very thick, beautiful, rich tomatoey sauce. We don't add any extra salt or sugar. There's already a little bit of salt in the mix. The tomatoes are naturally sweet. We don't need to add extra sugar. I do add a little bit of extra garlic because I like extra garlic. That's one of my signature changes. So, and yes, please. All right. Let's get this on the peel. I'm going to use about 2.5 ounces, 2 ounces, 2.5 ounces. Just like that. A nice even layer. We use a spoodle, not a ladle. The flat bottom makes it much easier to spread the sauce fast, quickly. And then we use an East Coast blend. This is mostly part skim mozzarella, but a little bit of whole milk mozzarella. I'm going to put on about 70% white, 30%. Well, so we put on 70%. When we put the cheese on, we want to see about 70% white and then 30% of the red sauce sort of poking through it with just one layer of cheese. And that's going to help us achieve that crispy, New York style crust. Just like that. We'll put this in the oven for 5 minutes. And then for our next one, we will use semolina instead of all-purpose flour. And that way you can sort of see the difference. And maybe you'll see why the semolina has kind of a golden color to it. I think that's why I'm partial to it. The yellow color and a little bit of a coarser texture. All right, here we go. Take a little bit of semolina, sprinkle it over the top. Folded this edge under a little bit. So I'm going to unfold that and kind of press it out. It's sticking on the bottom, so I'm going to turn it back over and put a little bit more semolina. Looks like we're going to be busy today. I've got a lot of people kind of hammering at the door already, even before noon. So we've got an Orioles game down here tonight. The weather's pretty nice, although it looks like there's a little bit of cloud cover outside now. And I think there's a little bit of buzz about us coming back from the One Bite Festival. Dave posted a video about us and went viral again on TikTok and Twitter. All right. There is our second pizza dusted with semolina. And I can see we've got 7 minutes left, so I'm just going to get this into the oven as quick as we can. TBO rocks. TBO rocks like the Flintstones. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. TBO rocks like the Flintstones. All right. I try to leave about 1.5 fingers width of distance for the crust. Not too much, but not too little. You know, every pizza is a work of art, an edible work of art. It's got to look delicious and taste delicious. The longer you make pizza, the better you get at these things. So don't feel bad if your pizzas don't look perfect at first. Mine certainly did not. And we'll just do the same layer of cheese here that we did for the other one as well. And then this will also go in the oven for 5 minutes. And I can see that our other one is almost done. So I'm going to clear this table off so that you all can see what it looks like. Is our timer going off? Necesito dos pizzas, por favor. And here's our first of 2 pizzas. I'm going to invite this guy in who's been waiting to come in and like try this. We've got you know, a nice undercarriage there, beautiful golden crust around the top. And that's exactly how I like my pizzas to look. Give me 1 second to invite this guy. Hey man, come on in. We're going live over here. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, cool.
Ah,
Come say hello to all my viewers over here. So we've got this guy here. What's your name, man?
Mike Cummings,
Mike Cummings. Where you coming
Buffalo,
from?
New York. Go Bills.
Mike Cummings from Buffalo, New York. Oh, he's got his Bill shirt on, everything. All right. Say hello, and then we've got some pizza over here for you to try.
Hey, well, hop on here. Yeah, we're from Buffalo. We're here to watch the Yankees-Orioles game for a couple of days and visit one of my favorite cities. And saw this guy.
It's a beautiful city. Welcome to Charm City.
Every time I'm someplace where someone's featured on One Bite, we always go. So that's what brought us here. Looking forward to the pizza.
All right, so this just came out of the oven. We'd love to get your opinion. This is our classic New York style. Let me just and then we've got what we've done is we made some with bench flour here, and we've made some with semolina. And so we just love to get your honest opinion about which one you think is better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Good.
I work in Manhattan, so you know I have a pretty high standards here.
We like that. We like that. We like high standards. That's what we're all about. So we'll just look at the flop first. Should support itself like that. Nice undercarriage, and then see what you like.
All right.
What's up, man? Oh, what are you in the mood for today?
Pepperoni, please.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Would you like to try a sample of this pot while you're waiting?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. We're just finishing up a go lap, so yeah, grab a bite, and we'll have another one coming out that's dusted with semolina. This one was dusted with just normal all-purpose flour.
Solid slice.
Solid slice. Solid slice. What score would you give it?
I score higher than he does.
Hey, all right.
I
we
like
that.
tangy sauce. I'm all about tangy sauce. Yeah, no, this for me, my favorite pizza, John Bleecker. So that's
Oh,
where I'm
John's
at, right?
is very good. John's
This
is
is a
very
solid
good.
mid-8 to me.
Hey, a mid-8. There you have it. Look, I'm gonna keep going until I can get a 9.9, so I don't have to completely redo my tattoo. But you know, a solid 8. Gabe, you're hearing it right here from a guy from New York. So I think that's a legit score.
I think so.
What would you give it, man? What would you give it?
8-2.
Hey, an easy 8-2. There we go. You want to say hello to our live stream friends?
Hey, it's wrong.
There it is. I'm not just making these folks up. These are real customers that piled in as we're opening at noon. So I think our next pie is going to be ready. It's going to be ready in about 51 seconds, 51 more seconds. So, and we'll have her making your pepperoni in the back over there while you wait. Just like that. Yeah. So, but an amazing pizza festival, an amazing group of friends that just joined us this morning, and amazing to be here with you all as well. So,
You guys are going to eat this one.
yeah, 100%. You too. You too.
I'm debating.
Okay.
Yankees fan, so.
Oh, that.
But I'm also a West Virginia alumni. I've played since o'clock. So it's like.
Oh, okay. Wait, the Mountaineers are playing. Oh, wow. I mean, that's like a religion over there, man.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
it's hard, Michigan. Like
Yeah.
baseball season, 100+, you know.
Much love to all of our sports fans out there. I would say the one thing that brings us all together is food and sports. I mean, we can all love food and sports and love each other. So let's stick with what brings people together rather than what brings people apart.
We were down here for the Bills-Ravens game last year, which didn't end so well for us. But we were also there to the end of the game 2 weeks ago in Buffalo, so that turned out okay. One of my best friends, he lives up in Buffalo.
All right, here is the exact same pizza. You saw me just stretching to make it. Same ingredients, same oven. We did put it on a different deck so that we didn't have to worry about the stone cooling down and heating up. Here you can see the bottom of the crust. I think it's got a little nicer color. And then the top. And this was just stretched with semolina. So really an identical pizza, but just a different bench flour. So the question is, which do our customers and friends now from New York, what do they like better? And we'll slice it up right over here. We'll ask them to just give it the same rating. See if they notice any. They may not even notice any difference, and that's okay too. I think it's important to understand that sometimes these variables don't make a difference, and when you realize that, then you use either one and be just fine. We know these guys' names, but we don't know your name, man.
Taylor.
Taylor, welcome. All right. Pizza number 2. Hello, friends. What do you think, guys?
I like 2 better.
Yeah. Everybody here has said they like number 2 better. What's different about it? What do you like about it? Hello, friend. Are you here for pizza or ice cream or both?
For pizza.
Okay.
I like them.
Hello. Hi. Yes, I love ice cream too. You turn this on. Get this out of the way.
No.
Customers are piling in. We open at noon. Can you tell our audience what you've noticed is different? What you like better about number 2?
Flavor's a little bit different.
If you just stand over here, so that that way you'll be
there.
on our live stream with TikTok and our live stream with Instagram.
Flavor's a little bit different, and I like the texture. I think the texture's just.
It does add a little to that texture. I do agree with that. Like you can definitely feel the kind of the toasted semolina on the outside of the crust. That's one of the reasons why I prefer it. I don't think it's essential though. I mean, I don't think it like either one is very
Both are great.
good.
And I don't know if I'd even rate them that much differently. But it's just a little bit different side by side.
That's it. I feel the exact same way, and that's the reason why we do use semolina now. but it wasn't a make or break. It wasn't like when we switched to semolina, our pizza was twice as good or anything crazy like that. Just adds a little something extra that I really enjoy. And I think this customer says the same thing. And you know, these are all decisions for you to make when you're making your pizza as well. How about you, man? What's your
I feel the same thing.
exact same thing? Everybody feels the same way about this now. So the toasted semolina has a different texture and a little bit of a different flavor, and it's all really good.
It just enhances it. Like you said, it's not like twice as good, but it's just that little bit.
That's it. And when you are a massive pizza maniac like me, who loves pizza so much he gets his one bite score tattooed on his arm, these are the things you sit and think about at night because I am a pizza maniac. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. Please stop by our slice like these fine, or by our slice shop like these fine folks. We look forward to serving you. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Thanks for your patience over there. Sorry about that. Did you want to try some pizza from our test bake right now? Come over. Come over. Let me get this sign out of everybody's way, and then we'll go for it. Hello. Morning. How are you?
Today's Dan's birthday.
Hey, happy
Thank you.
birthday. Welcome,
Look
welcome,
at one
welcome.
by app. Like, all right, what's rated? Mid-sevens upright. I'll give it a shot.
Yes, yes.
I usually agree. I just give a little bit share. There's a place in New York City I'll tell you go. It's great. Like, on that, like, I went to Zara's, and I'm like, this is good. But this isn't like
It's actually just
like awesome. Like,
it's so
although
solution.
that guy gave us free, and it
Makes it for you.
so that we tasted both pizzas and had like 13 drinks. I think
I've got it up on his way.
It's also like he says, I was like, this is 5.
Yeah.
It's 5. He's very specific in telling.
Yeah.
But he's taking if anything he's done for the country, he changed the undercarriage conversation. It makes all the people single.
Yeah. I like mine a little bit more like John to filter stuff. It's a little bit more flat. It's a little bit more
Did you get to
but
try
I'll always
some
take
pizza?
crisp over undercooked.
You guys have to have the full available.
Yeah. 100%.
All right. Oh, it's getting me to verify my identity over here. It wants to make sure that you don't like go on live stream and then go to bed or something like that. So I was unable to verify. What's going on here? Strange. It's better to go online. What do you want? All right.
Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna grab a seat and we're gonna do the regular pizza. That's what we just had.
Okay, nice.
And then you wanna focus. Sure, I'll plug.
Water.
Oh, I don't care.
You said something water.
No, just the water.
Oh, just the water. What about some mozzarella sticks or what?
No. Gotta save appetite for dogs in the ballpark.
Okay, all right. That'll be 25 days for sure. It's out here. Tell me your name one more time.
Like.
Will, I love what you're doing. Need the liquor license ASAP. I agree with that, Keith. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning into our live stream. We're a few minutes overdue now. I'm going to sign off here in just a few minutes. We really appreciate you. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Mississippi grande pepperoni on the bottom. Oh, sorry, grande queso. And for you, sir, 2 slices of pepperoni. It's gonna be about 8 minutes. Okay. Want any mozzarella sticks or what?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good bunch around town.
Okay, all right. The 9:49. So it's time over. Nice, very bunch of there. What was your name?
Taylor.
Taylor. And thanks for being part of our taste test. I mean, I think anyone can think that, like, if you're used to more expensive ingredients or if it's a little bit harder to do, that it's better because we all like now we have that bias. But the truth is, like, let somebody else try it. You obviously go pizza, and then that's you get the real feedback. It's like, is it better or isn't it? Right? That's the real and then we get to realize like some things are a bunch of like myth, yes, and then some things like you think, oh, that's a lot of the hype in New York City, right? I mean, I was like, oh, hey, it's the best burger, and I'm like, first of all, second of all, it's only best because you're putting on one night. It's exclusive, and you get there, and you're like, it's a 7 burger down the street.
I would say
$7 $5.
I would say the Monaco, the world famous fast burger place.
Oh, yeah,
It's like I put you guys under this. I take my burger so serious. I'm like, this is not even a like vibe. It's so
There's a 7 burger, several of them in there called Los Taco #1. A lot of stand up weird tacos. They make the tortillas right in front of you. I mean, they're the the corn down and it's just sliding as up to and I defy you might have been taco.
That's kind of amazing. You know?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Oh, so good. So I literally had like reservation for like Gallagher or something if you want to know what steakhouse there. And we're walking by and it's fun to go get tacos. Yes, they're
Like you say, it's not like money. There's like
Thank you again, everybody. This is Will signing off. We've gotten so much love, so many likes. We've got 11,000 likes over here. This is incredible. Like, I think we're like one of the top trending TikTok lives over here. So thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, on Instagram as well for following along on our journey. Tune in next Saturday for some of our giveaways. We'll have some One Bite Festival merchandise to give away. And maybe a few other surprises. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you so much. Be well. God bless. Spread pizza love. Live long and prosper.
yeah. I've only been there one. I actually took him when he was second grade, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's the last
All right. Here we go, friends.
I'm here. Every night, guys, thanks on.